Aesop Rock is smarter than you, me, and pretty much anyone else I can think of.
Used to draw, hard to admit that I used to draw. Portraiture in a human form, doodle of a two-headed unicorn, it was soothing. My spirit animal comes with a pretzel bun, troll in a treadmill, record on the Kessel Run allegedly. Edgy from 11Zs to megabucks, techies with the treble down, this is how we level up. I think we're all a bunch of weirdos on a quest to belong. Songs are location, I've been impregnable for. That's why it's hard to see a pile of imperfections and flaws and send a pedestal to patronize the rest of the kind.
We are going to be looking at the gates, trying to figure out what the hell is Aesop Rock talking about. This is off the 2021 album Spirit World Field Guide. And if Aesop Rock actually sees this, let me know if I've actually gotten it right or wrong of what you're talking about. I'm going right off the cuff on what I think it means. If you know, let me know in the comments. I have the lyrics pulled up just in case for reference, in case I forget. We're going to let them rattle off the lines, and then we're going to break them down as we go.
I was at the gates, ram's legs, my beats black, my plant's dead, my planet X, I might bleed green. And what's under the uncut chia seed? And what from the guillotine? A little flea and tick, a little fever dream, a little plead the fifth. Roadkill, I'm off leash, I don't heal, and I'm hung from an unkind mobile. I turn one misstep and a bone meal. Look, daybreak, I'm lights out, my con sleeps upside down. It's sci-fi, red tide, my hind by make record time. I go 3, 2, 1, D6 times, no lie till death, he getting line.
Okay, cool. That was a lot. That's a ton of stuff to go over and break down. I was at the gates. He's talking about the spirit world. This is the second track on the album. The first one it's like a memoir of him reading what he witnessed in the spirit world. And this would be the start. This is the gates to the spirit world. Ram's legs, my pizza black, my plant's dead. My planet X, I might bleed green. Ram's legs are devil. It's the devil's lower half. My pizza black, meaning it's burnt, so it's got to be hot. And then my plant's dead. There's no sunlight. There's no water. I would imagine it's hell. He's in hell. My planet X, I might bleed green. There's a movie, and I think it's called The Man from Planet X, and I think it's like a 50s movie. 50s or 60s, but I'm pretty sure the presupposition in the movie was aliens bleed green. Pretty sure that's what he's talking about. What's under the uncut chia seed. So if you remember the Chia Pet commercials, if you add water to a Chia Pet, it grows like funky hair. He is what's under the uncut chia seed, so I'm pretty sure it would be just like a brain. This part always freaks me out. What from the guillotine? The guillotine was famously used in the French Revolution in, like, I think it was the 1500s, where peasants were decapitating royals for taxing the living shit out of them.
Oh, hi. I'm just trying to place a bet. I think I got in the wrong line. You see, I'm a bread maker.
Okay, Mr. Bread Maker, do you think you could burp your entire name after we cut your head off if we gave you this whole bottle of root beer?
That whole bottle? Of course.
So if Ace is what from the guillotine, he is probably a head or a brain without a body. A little flea and tick, a little fever dream. Fleas and ticks carry diseases. I'm pretty sure he is just hopping from people to people and passing some sort of disease. Or maybe something's doing that to him. And a little fever dream, waking up in the middle of the night with like cold sweats, you know. A little plead the fifth. So if you're not American,
Fuck yeah! Coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah!
we have something in the Constitution, the Fifth Amendment. It allows one to refuse to speak, so not to incriminate themselves in like court. Roadkill, I'm off leash. So, what happens if you let your dog off the leash when you're taking them for a walk? Naturally, they get hit by a car. There's always a car. I don't heal, and I'm hung from an unkind mobile. If you're hung from an unkind mobile, a mobile is for a child. That's the thing that goes around the crib, and it plays music. Maybe he's from that raw group of people. I turn one misstep into bone meal. Look, daybreak, I'm lights out. My kind sleeps upside down. One misstep into bone meal, man. Bone meal would just mean like you are nothing. Like you're ate. He ate you. Look, daybreak, I'm lights out. That's probably meaning like he works through the night. That's what I'm thinking. Because the next line, my kind sleeps upside down. That would be like a bat. And they're nocturnal. So I'm pretty sure when it's daybreak, I'm lights out, he sleeps during the day. I'm pretty sure he just works straight through the fucking night.
Hill spawn, I'm no joke. I eat brains, I throw bolts. I know easy prayer, seen broken oats. I go marching in, I'm all low, yo. I know rodeo from these pony shows. I don't stay for tea, I can't slow the code. I go coyote, alone and ghost. I'm in the goddamn smoky or nose rodeo. Fresh pop, my favorite mug. Aesop Rock, my bass sucked. Aging all things deep six to feel like I'm here to keep the crypt. I get tired of bread, I might eat the rich. I ain't seen a leader, just feed a fish. You want free weed, you want free shit, I mean, dude.
I missed a few lines on the first go-round. It's sci-fi, red tide. Red tide, my high and by make record time. It's sci-fi red tide. When I think red tide, I'm thinking of the movie The Shining, where the elevator doors open and it's just blood just pouring out. It's kind of what I'm thinking. My high and by make record time. He's just like meet and greet and gone. I go 3, 2, 1 desensitize. I'm thinking he just says whatever he wants to say. I'm not out to get you. I get that. And again, I could be wrong. I've heard this a billion times. I just don't know what the hell he's talking about, all these lines. No lie, tell death you could get in line. Telling death you could get in line, other people want him. Other people want Aesop Rock. And death is just like, take a number. K Hellspawn, I'm no joke. I eat brains, I throw bolts. When he says K Hellspawn, it sounds like he's talking to someone. I'm no joke, I eat brains, I throw bolts. A zombie eats brains, and Zeus, the Greek god, throws lightning bolts. I would imagine those are the two references he's providing. I know easy prey has seen broken oaths, I go marching in, I'm all OEO. I know easy prey has seen broken oaths is such a strong line. He's, all the people that said they were tough talk and the people that made promises and the stuff that he knows. It reminds me of The Dark Knight where Joker is in the interrogation room.
In their last moments, people show you who they really are. So, in a way, I knew your friends better than you ever did. Would you like to know which of them were cowards?
I go marching in, I'm all OEO. It sounds like he's just free to make himself heard. He's free to just kind of be out there. I know a rodeo from these pony shows. I don't stay for tea. I can't slow the code. I go coyote, alone and ghost. I'm in the goddamn smoke, ear, nose, and throat. It sounds like he's everywhere at once. And he knows the difference between hardcore, like what's the actual game versus what's for show and what's nonsense. This whole song, from the first verse, it doesn't sound like he's talking about the spirit world, which isn't a problem. It just sounds like he's utilizing a lot of like euphemisms and idioms for describing who he is as a musician, as an artist. And I'm digging it. It's fucking good. I'm in the goddamn smoke, ear, nose, and throat. It means he's everywhere, man. He is. You cannot go anywhere without him. Ayo, Fresh Pop, my favorite mug. Ace Rock, my day sucked. Agent of all things, deep sixth. I feel like I was put here to keep the grip. That's an awesome line, and I feel like he's talking from an outsider's perspective, or maybe he's talking about himself. Fresh Pop, my favorite mug. So, cup of coffee in your favorite mug. Ace Rock, my day sucked. So he throws on Aesop Rock music, whoever this is. My day sucked. He needs to get better. Agent of all things deep sixth. Being an agent of all things deep sixth, I believe strongly that he feels like he would be the patron saint of the people who are buried and forgotten, or just people who are forgotten. I feel like I was put here to keep the crypt, like a crypt keeper, going around managing the graves, making sure everything's okay. Whatever they do, it's not my profession. I'm clearly doing this. I get tired of bread, I might eat the rich. I ain't seen a leader, just feed her fish. You want free weed, you want free shit. I mean, dude, that's a great way to end it. I ain't seen a leader, just feed her fish. It sounds like all the people he sees around him are not pathfinders. They're not trailblazers. They're people that probably mooch off of the successful, and I think he sees that it's happened to him and it's happened to people that he respects. Because if you look at the people he does work with on his Spotify and his YouTube, it's very select. It's not anyone who comes my way. It's very select. So I think he knows who's real and who's a fraud about, where they stand in the game. You want free weed, you want free shit. I mean, dude, it sounds like people just hang out with him for free shit. So he's like, yo, if you're gonna be here, we're gonna have to get along or have these fucking conversations.
I was at the gates. Wolf said my boots on, no bullshit, and on both sides of that tough love. They're both mud, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Straight up and down, don't even I was at the gates. Snake skin, my hood low, don't say shit, and on both sides of that bloodlust. They're both mud, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Straight up and down, don't even bother. Rat tail, my backdrops, all black seals. Dog biting, my bird curse. Cross-eyed, world's worst. Troglodyte, I might split the blinds. I'm like Vince Van with that instant rice. I write cryptograms at all waking hours. Tattoo the mail on all paper towels. I'm on the kitchen walls, I may paint the house. Could reach the art, so mega bound. Game face on dour days, y'all gangs like how quaint. Gangway for that full start, verse freight trains through stalled cars. Shame, shit so whack. Show you back to this maw jar.
Okay, holy shit. All of it's fucking tight, man. There is not one line here misused or misrepresented. Like, it's fucking tight, man. Rat tail, my backdrop's all black sails. It's like a pirate, man. It's a pirate. You're out there, you're cutthroat. Dog bite and my bird curse. That line, don't know what he's talking about. Cross-eyed, world's worst. Troglodyte, I might split the blinds. I'm like Vincent Van with that instant rice. Looking outside, like split the blinds. Troglodyte, like a caveman. I'm like Vincent Van with that instant rice. Okay, so I know what he's talking about. I don't know why he's talking about it. There is a painting by Vincent van Gogh of a man making rice, and it does not, from what I think, it does not look like that. It does not look like he's making rice, but it is all blurry, is what, like, you can make out what's going on a little, but it's blurry. So I have no idea, and it is not instant rice. Maybe it just sounds cool. But I assure you, they were not using Uncle Ben's instant rice back when Van Gogh was doing this. I write cryptograms in all waking hours. I tattoo the mail in all paper towels. I'm on the kitchen walls. I may paint the house. I could breach the art. It's omega bound. Writing cryptograms would be the lyrics. He's writing these songs all over the walls of his house and tattooing the mail. It would have to be in pen. It would have to be permanent, so it would be in pen. The way he describes the lyrics that he's writing as cryptograms, I fucking get it, man. That would be an understatement to the shit that we are breaking down right now. This is the most confusing song I've heard in a long time, and I've heard it like 1,000 times. This was my, okay, for comparison, this was my most played Spotify song last year. Most played. I love this song, but I literally cannot figure out maybe a third of the lines. It could breach the yard, it's omega bound. Alpha and omega is typically what people refer to as God, the beginning and the end. Alpha is the beginning, omega is the end. It's omega bound. He is going to write until the end. Game face on dour days, y'all gangs like how quaint. Gangway for that false start versus freight trains through stalled cars. I think gang sounds dumb as shit, and I get it. Gangway for that false start versus freight trains through stalled cars. That is a nutty line. False start, I think, is someone who has an unfair advantage, someone who goes ahead of everyone else, which is probably people who were leeching off of other hardworking, like, musicians and producers and rappers and all this other shit. Versus freight trains through stalled cars. He is referring to himself and, like, the real ones as freight trains. And you're just that car that's just parked on the tracks, unfortunately, and you cannot get off. You are done.
Death wish from day one, I wake up and it rain blood. Rain check these fuck shows, I'm donezo, my brain's mush. Drum roll, I might piss straight. Loose tooth in my spit shake. Every possible future I'ma come trooping out of his pill case. And I ricochet in my steel cage. One still heart and two hills eyes. Few meal bars, a good field knife. I feel good, no field guide. Just deicide by D5. One say the whole glow stick and like 2 bites. I do this, I mean, yeah.
Those lyrics at the end are so fucking wild to be put next to each other. They don't have any right to be next to each other. I cannot stress this one enough. A few meal bars, a good field knife, I feel good, no field guide. Pretty good. Did everything on his own. Just deicide by T at 5. Deicide is the act of killing a god.
Zeus, your son has returned! I bring the destruction of Olympus!
Killing a god by T at 5. Like, he's like, I have time, I can do this. So let me go kill God real quick and then come back. Like, that's fucking impressive. And then you follow it up with the line of, once ate a whole glue stick in like 2 bites. The fucking audacity of you saying that you can kill a god before 5 o'clock and have tea. Also, you're eating a fucking glue stick. Like, that's the shit. Like, that's a dumb, weird kid thing to do. But I'm like really impressed that you ate a whole stick. And a stick of glue is like this wide. That's like 4, 5, 6 inches. And 2 bites is ridiculous. That's impressive. It's just shit he does, man. That's just like a normal day to day. That's not even a feat. That's just normal.
I was at the gates. Wolf's head, my boots on, no bullshit, and on both sides of that tough love. They're both mud, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Straight up and down, don't even
I was at the gates. Snake skin, my hood low, don't say shit, and on both sides of that bloodlust. They're both mud, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Straight up and down, don't even bother.
Bare paw, my handshake, oh dear God. Bare bones, a few air holes. Barefoot, my square glows. Scarecrows, who goes there and like who's where when that snare close. Bare hands on his bear trap, what's staring back in his periscope. A little care package at a Where's Waldo in a rare beige, no fair at all. Dyed hair and all. Push wood, I go Mach 1, I'm all whoosh whoosh. I don't pussyfoot, I make potholes. My path home's all drop zones. Flash bulbs and strobe lights. Road signs with crossbones.
I don't even know where to start. Bear paw my handshake with dear God. Sounds like he's transforming into his spirit animal. Bare bones, a few air holes. Barefoot, my square glows. Bro, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking. I cannot put this one together. Scarecrows, who goes there and like who's where when that snare close. Who's where when that snare close? Who fell for the trap? Is it you or is it me? Bare hands in this bear trap, or bare hands on this bear trap for what's staring back in his periscope. I cannot remember what a periscope is. A little care package out of Where's Waldo in a rare beige, no fair at all, dyed hair and all. Where's the support? Guys, if you've ever read Where's Waldo, you're looking for a man named Waldo in a book. I'm not going to elaborate this. This is a very common thing. But this line just kind of doesn't make any sense to me. If it's what I think it is, it means that there is help, but it is so hard to find. That's the only thing I can make sense. And beige is such a neutral color that it does not stand out. So your help does not stand out. No fair at all, dyed hair and all. Push foot, I go Mach 1, I'm all whoosh whoosh. I don't understand why he used push foot, I go Mach 1, I'm all whoosh whoosh, unless it refers to someone or an event. But Mach 1 is the speed of sound. I'm all whoosh wood, I don't pussyfoot, I make potholes, my path home is all drop zones. Flash bulbs and strobe lights, road signs with crossbones. Dude, you gotta live in the mountains. You have to live in the mountains. If it's all drop zones, it's a dedicated set point of paths that are not marked by a trail. There's no trail, there's no roads, it is out there.
Touche from our killjoys, you know humanoids are just hit points. Ain't cop that new heat, that new speaks all pink noise. More mood peace around street food and my PJs and my snowshoes. About dog fights in those dungeons, little dust ups in y'all's throne room. It's fun stuff, low moon in my tombstone, say hell no. Hell yeah, the more hailstorms and more chips on St. Elmo's. My dream home is like 10,000 deadbolts and less than no windows. I mean, shit.
Okay, dude. Fucking, before we even get to the final chorus, the visual effects here are outstanding. I can't hype them up enough. It's interesting. Everything from like the journals, the writing, the art style, the transitions. It's all dope. It's all dope. Touche from our killjoys who know humanoids are just hit points. It sounds like people are just worth nothing. That's what it sounds like, but it could be a little deeper than that. Ain't cop that new heat, that new speaks all pink noise. Okay, that's a reference to several things. Ain't cop that new heat. It means he hasn't gotten new music. He hasn't picked up new music from other artists. That new speak is a term from the 1984 novel by George Orwell, where you couldn't say certain words, so you had to go off another language, which was Newspeak, and it was words that were only approved by the government. That Newspeak's all pink noise. Pink noise, I think, would be like radio static off of like a ham radio. A more mood piece around street food in my PJs and my snowshoes. I guess he's like a spectacle. I guess he's more of the environment than the restaurant or the street food. I don't fucking know, man. That's a rough line to get. Maybe he just hangs out around there. Maybe that's what he is. A more mood piece, man. What is a mood piece to you? A mood piece to me is like something that sets the room, something that is like the center of the room. Maybe that's what he is. Maybe it's not the street food anymore. That's what people come to see. It's him. I'm about dog fights in those dungeons and little dust ups in y'all's throne room. Down on both turfs. He's down for the underground, he's down for the mainstream, and he's ready to fight you on both fields. Low moon on my tombstone, say hell no. Hell yeah to more hailstorms aboard ships on St. Elmo's. Okay, so these are two lines that don't have anything to do with each other as far as I can tell. On a tombstone it would say R.I.P. He's like rest in peace. He says hell no, he's not gonna rest in peace. Hell yeah to more hailstorms. St. Elmo's fire is like a glow, and I don't remember what causes it. I think it's just like charged ions in the atmosphere cause it. On the edges of ships on the water, you can see like these, it looks like plasma, I guess you would describe it as, like a glow, but it's like in dots. It's like stars kind of on ships. My dream home has like 10,000 deadbolts and less than no windows. If you have 10,000 deadbolts, you do not want people coming in. They're not for you to not leave. It's for people to come in. He doesn't want anyone in his home. And less than no windows. So literally less than no windows. I have no idea how you can even get that number. Negative windows. So he doesn't even want to look out. He doesn't even care about the outside world. And I think that is like hermit nature, and that is not good for your psyche. And I think he's just seen so much. He might be cynical. He might have turned cynical. You know?
I was at the gates. Wolf's head, my boots on, no bullshit, and on both sides of that tough love. They're both mud, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Straight up and down, don't even
I was at the gates. Snake skin, my hood low, don't say shit, and on both sides of that bloodlust. They're both mud, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Straight up and down, don't even bother.
Oh shit, the dog, I didn't even notice that in the first time I watched the video, like the first 20 times. The dog kills that rabbit, so it's tangible. That's a real rabbit. That is fucking wild. Again, man, like shout out to Ace. Like every song off of that album is a fucking bop. Congrats. By the time I'm recording this video, you have had over 1 million Spotify listeners a month, and I think that number should only be around like 5 to 10, maybe even more, man. Like you can't touch some of the shit. The flow was good, the rhymes were insane, the message behind it was good, the beat, everything was good, man. And like it sets such a tone for the album being the first song, like the actual song, and I loved it, man. I loved it. Guys, if there's more Aesop Rock you want to listen to or hear or have me break down or whatever, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.